Hi guys, welcome to another Spooky Friday. Today I have another look for you guys. It's a pop art comic look. I hope you guys like it. Okay guys, so first we're going to start off with the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer. I'm setting that all over my face, dotting it, and then spreading it in with my hands. I do like using this type of primer for my face when I have oil-based products that I'm gonna use, just because it mattifies my whole skin. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation in color medium, and I'm gonna dot that all over my face. This is a more full coverage foundation. Okay, so then I go in with my beauty blender and I just pat all that foundation in, making sure to blend everything in. You don't want any lines or streaks. You want your full face just to be covered and very mattified. Making sure to blend down your neck and covering your ears as well. Okay, so after you're done blending in all your foundation, we're gonna go in with the MAC Prep+Prime Highlighter in Light Boost, and I'm gonna put that anywhere I want to highlight my face, which is under my eyes, my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. When you're starting to look a little crazy, that means you're doing it right. Okay, so now we're going to take the same beauty blender and blend in all that highlight. Make sure to make it seamless with your foundation. You don't want any harsh lines. Okay, so after that, I am taking the Lower Mercier translucent setting powder and setting everywhere I highlighted. So under my eyes, my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and my forehead. For this look, you really want your skin to be mattified for it to be a good base for the face paint that we're going to put on. So just make sure to put enough powder, press it in with your sponge, and then we're going to take a fluffy brush and then brush off all the excess powder. I'm making sure to buff everything in, that way I don't miss any spots and everything really seems very translucent and matte. Okay, so now time for the eyebrows. I go in with the Arches and Halos Brow Pomade. It's a more thicker, darker product. That way I can get very defined, cartoonish eyebrows. Making sure that the ends of my eyebrows are very angled and harsh lines. That way it looks like I came out of a comic book, just like a drawing. I'm gonna fill those in as dark as possible and then feather them out in the middle. Once I have those eyebrows set where I want them, I'm going in with a spoolie brush and just blending everything in. Now it's time to clean up and cut out my eyebrows. I'm using the MAC Prep+Prime Highlighter again, using a very flat brush and making little lines under my eyes just so I can blend it in properly. I am cleaning up under my eyebrows on the sides of my eyebrows so they look more angled and defined, and the top where it smeared a little bit when I was blending it in with the spoolie. You want your eyebrows to look very clean and cut. Now that those eyebrows are all said and done, now we're gonna prime our eyelids for the eye makeup that we're gonna do. I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I'm putting that all over my eyelid and spreading it in with a brush. Okay, now it's time for the fun part. This is where the face paint comes in. I'm using the CCBeauty Professional Face Paint. I am first going to go in with the turquoise color For my eyes, the small angled brush, I'm going to start making a line with small strokes on the top of my eyelid. I want this line to be very harsh, just so it looks more like a picture or a painting. I'm going to do that on both eyes, trying to make it as angular as possible. Once that is done, I am taking a bigger brush and getting more of that turquoise color and blending it in all the way down to my lid and my eyelash line. I want to get this color very angled and flared up, so stroking the end of the color out into a wing. I am going to do that for both eyes, filling it in and then flaring it out the wing. Okay, using that same makeup palette, I'm gonna go in with the black with a fine brush with a very pointy end. That way I can get a very defined line. I'm gonna stroke that all on top of where I just put the blue, just so I can make it more defined with the black. Make sure to take very small strokes, that way you don't mess up where you made already the wing with the blue. Do that for both eyes, once again taking very small strokes, that way you don't mess up the blue. Once that is done, you're going to take that same black and do a small line starting at the center of your pupil at the bottom eyelid and flaring it out all the way to the end of your eye. Once that line is looking good, you're going to start making little small triangles under that line, just so it looks like it's eyelashes. We're going to make 2 of those on each eye. That way your eyes look more cartoonish and bigger. Now that you got those new eyelashes, we're going to go in with white and fill in that inner corner. That way your eyes look even more big. First doing small strokes at the bottom, and then after that we're going to do a small triangle in the inner corner and flare it out. Now that you have that new inner corner, we're going to go in with ColourPop BFF liquid liner in black and do the top eyeliner, flaring out the wing as far as possible. That way your eye looks even more big. Okay, so now that we're done with those eyes, we're gonna go in with white paint, and using a small round brush, I'm gonna start making those little dots for the comic book look for my face. This is where your choice comes into play. You can put those dots wherever you want. I start doing it on my cheeks and kind of dispersing it throughout. I want them to look more uniformed, so I start putting the dots in straight lines. Once the cheek is done, you could see how it makes a difference and gives more dimension to my face. So I'm going to continue putting all those dots all over my face. So I'm going to go in on my forehead, my other cheek, my nose, and my chin, also my upper lip, just dispersing them throughout, making sure that I put them where I want dimension. You do want the look to look more cartoonish, so once we get all those dots done, we're going to start making the shadows. Okay, so now I'm going to get that color black again with my fine brush, and I'm going to start making the shadows in my face. This is the part where you're going to look at your face and see where the light hits it and where it doesn't. Where it doesn't, that's where you want to start putting the lines. That way, when you turn your face, it looks like it's standing out more and it looks like it's popping out of a comic book. So as you can see here, I'm going down the bridge of my nose, the sides of my nose, and where my eyebrows furrow. Now I'm gonna go in and do the lines for my cheeks. I want them to pop out and look very defined. So I'm gonna go in with a bigger fine brush and start making those lines for my cheekbones. After those two lines are done for your cheekbones, you're going to go into your jaw and make another line there on both sides. That way it is more defined. Making sure with all these lines to make small strokes. You don't want to go too fast because then you'll mess it up or it could smear the rest of the paint. Once I got my jawline where I wanted it, I'm gonna go in to define my chin and my cupid's bow. And once you got all those shadow lines in your face, you're already almost done. We just need to do the lips. I'm gonna go in with that bright red from my oil paint palette, and I'm gonna use a lipstick brush. Small strokes once again. You're just gonna fill in your lips with that red paint. I am overlining just so my lips look more fuller and more cartoonish. Now that your red lips are all filled in, we're gonna outline them with that same black that we used for our shadows, just to give our lips more dimension. After I'm done outlining with that black, I'm gonna take a very fine brush and do some highlights on my lips with the color white. Once I'm done with those highlights, I am gonna go in back with the black, the same brush, and just blend in a little bit of black in my corners of my mouth and blend it in with the red. Okay, once your lips are all done, we're gonna do this final step and coat my eyelashes with mascara. I'm taking the ULTABeauty Bold Ambition mascara and coating and prepping those eyelashes. For my falsies, I'm going in with the KISS-Lash Couture in Glam. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. If you did, please comment, like, and subscribe down below. And remember guys, I do have an Instagram. If you guys try this out yourself, please tag me in it. I would love to see your looks. Until next time, bye!